Sit on Discord. Done. Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I am back and we're gonna play some Sunday Agricola. I'm playing a 4 with PT 944 Keith and PM. We are playing PT's stuff that he likes to play, which is looks like a bunch of the Chinese players or Taiwanese players collections, including G9 Draft 10. So yeah, it's just gonna be an odd collection of stuff. Let's take a look. Wood seller twice each round, buy 2 wood for 3 food. Could be good. Start of each round, if you live in a clay house, you may pay 1 food and a clay for a guest token. So, tacking the clay on to Colonel is a cost, but it's not crazy or anything. That seems like a pretty strong card. Veterinarian, especially because it allows 2 house play as well. Like you can get guests in stage 1 with this card. Veterinarian, when you play this card, 4 sheep, 3 boar, 2 cattle in a container. Oh, this is Veterinarian. And then you get 2 points if you didn't get any animals. Okay. Buffalo herder. 1 cattle on day labor. Next time you use it, when you turn a cattle, receive an additional 2 food and 1 reed. Getting stuff like reed from cattle could be pretty powerful. Um, it's kind of like a pelt roof effect. 4 spaces on your farm each contain a stable and an animal, 2 food, and a bonus point. Yeah, this card is interesting. Don't think it's my pick here, though. Business tutor, stone curator, we know, coal investor, and a wire dancer. Yeah, it seems like we're opening with Colonel here. And seeing what else comes. Getting a business tutor or a coal investor with Colonel back seems good. The 4 clay is for helps with the guest tokens. And getting business tutor back could be alright as well, although we probably want to run out pretty early. I'd be very happy also to get something like stone curator back as well. And maybe Pioneer. Pioneer could be okay as well. The Pioneer stuff gives you the stuff to pay for Colonel. Hmm. Oh, I saw this painting. I don't remember which museum it was at, but I saw this painting and I forgot to take a picture of myself with it. I'm very disappointed in myself. This pack, Lazy Farmer. Sow food and or wood in your fields. You may immediately take a sow action. This is just Fisherman's Apprentice here, right? I think. I think I'd take that card over Trailblazer and Reed Collector. Don't see a really good reason to play Trailblazer yet. Like, there's Trailblazer Lazy Farmer, sure. But I think Fisherman's Apprentice I like over Colonel, or over Trailblazer here. Just because there are many ways to plow. So, like, there might be better stuff available for me than setting up Trailblazer Lazy Farmer. Because, like, if you're sowing food and wood, like, that's nowhere near as good as actually sowing crops. Like, you want to sow crops, because crops are worth points. So, this pack, the cards I don't know, Tenderfoot, fewest major improvements get 2 bonus points, okay. Beautiful Woman, 2 food, wood, clay, reed stone, and a begging card. Okay. Lets you pay for like an expensive miner right away. I mean, this is just Bricklayer, right? Oh, Springwaker plus Trailblazer is definitely a thing, but this is just Bricklayer. Because now I don't have to build. I very likely do not have to build a wood room. I can just run out of clay right away and grow with Kernel, and build some clay rooms later and grow into them then. Pasture lover. Pretty late pasture lover, actually. Every time you use the family growth action, pay 1 food to receive a guest for the next round. Model boy. So what seems fun about model boy is that uh, if I can pull off like building 3 clay rooms with bricklayer, then model boy is just like 4 food and an action, 4 food to gain 2 actions, which seems okay. Because like if I grow in like 11, 12, 13, I'm getting those actions back. Animal tradesman. At the start of each round, if you have 9 animals in your farm, you may return a 0, 1, 2 animals to extend a wood, clay, stone room without a building cost. Um, so the way this card works is you get up to 9 animals, and then you get a free room each round. And then when you reno in 13, you get a free clay room for 1 animal. And if you want, you can pay 2 animals for a stone room. That seems really strong. Gardner is quite good with Trailblazer. Can I pass Animal Tradesman? Like, it doesn't. Like, for me, it seems like if you're going to play Animal Tradesman, you probably want to get a couple animals out of it. Or you want to get probably a couple wood rooms out of it, which doesn't really work with Colonel. I just feel like I can't pass this card. Like, this card is absurd. There's also Chief here, which Chief could be good, especially if I'm planning to build rooms. And we've also got Model Boy. I don't think I can pass Animal Transit. Getting to 9 animals is not that easy. But, like, this is a hand that doesn't want to build a wood room. And if I don't want to build a wood room, then I'm totally fine with fencing 8 in round 4 and picking up a 4 or 5 sheep grab. And, I don't know if I'm going to play it here, but PT is streaming? Oh, really? I didn't know that PT streams. That's news to me. I should add PT to the auto host then. Ooh. So I want to stream a bunch today, but I had a 23 and a half, not quite 23 and a half hour, 23-hour travel day yesterday. So I'm pretty tired. So, I mean, the thing is, in this specific draft, the pieces for Animal Tradesman might not be there. But, like, it's not hard to imagine Animal Tradesman just being totally broken, right? Like, if you go off with Animal Tradesman, it's super broken, right? And now, okay, it's not going to be trivial, but there are going to be hands that you draft where you just get to do the thing with Animal Tradesman, and it's going to be absurd. Wow, I'm going to pass Stone Curator to the Chief. Feels bad. I think I'm taking Coal Investor here over Stone Curator. I just think the clay is too useful given Bricklayer and Kernel, and the wood maybe helps me build, like, fencing a bit earlier or something. I don't think I do the Animal Tradesman thing, but, like, the other way to look at Animal Tradesman is, like, it could just let you cash in for points late in the game. Yeah. I don't know if Coal Investor is the right pick here, but I think that's what I'm taking. Old Crafter seems okay, but I don't think I need Old Crafter. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a card that I need. I kind of want to take Head of the Revolution here because of the world where you play Head of the Revolution and then use Animal Tradesman to finish your last spot. Like, I don't think that's all that likely, but like maybe I get to play an Auk in round 14 or in 13 or 14 and plow immediately after or something. Yeah. Old Crafter is much more likely to be played, but I mean, Head of the Revolution has a really high upside, I think. And then Wood Distributor seems actually fantastic because the 2 clay, 2 wood space is going to be really good because I'm gonna want to pick up a bunch of clay, and I also want to pick up like 2 reed and a wood. That'll also be a great move for me. So yeah, seems like Wood Distributor could actually be playable here. Also, distributing onto fishing is a way to encourage people to take fishing. So seeing Clay Tablet makes me sad because that definitely sucks a bunch of clay out of the game. Oh, Shelter in the Field. Oh. We don't normally play with this card. How good is this card here? I mean, the ability to take Plow and Field is could be very good. I mean, I haven't seen a way to plow yet. So we've got Ox Team Beating Rod here, so that's another thing I could go for. There was that Cow Miner in the game. Plow Retainer. This card is an additional action space. A player who uses this action can plow 1 field. What? Oh man. It seems like Shelter in the Field is fantastic in that case. If plows are going to be this open, oh man. Now getting a planted field is not trivial, right? But it just seems like, yeah. So this is another reason. This is another. So like this lets me grow my family without actually like growing my family. Um, yeah, like a family member that just takes plow and field. Yeah, seems like Shelter in the Field is the pick to me. Bit sad to see Clay Tablet because it might mean that clay is hard to come by, but Hawaiian Dreaming. It's free. Got to play it in round 11 at the latest, though. You give up 5 actions? That seems unlikely to be worth it. Alright, Ground Pickaxe Plow is fine. We've got Popcorn here. Popcorn pretty solid with Wood Distributor. Makes that read space a lot better. Splendorous Car. 2 planted fields, play in round 11 or before. So you pay two wood for 4. You have to have 2 planted fields and you don't harvest. You have to play it in round 11. I don't know. Interesting. It's an interesting card. I'm not sure how to think of it. We've got Coal Pit here. I don't think I want Coal Pit. This is an easy Riverstone, I think. Right? No. Do I want to pass Riverstone? Ooh, I could be passing a pretty great hand to someone, but I mean, it would let me play my entire hand myself, right? Like, if I'm giving this player with Riverstone Wood, that seems dangerous. But I mean, it makes my Fisherman's Apprentice amazing. So, yeah. Uh, Instead of a fence piece, place 2 wood from your supply. So, like, if I have a lot of wood, then Wood Palisade lets me do some fun stuff. If I can really make an absurd amount of wood. I don't really know how I'm feeding yet, so I think I'm taking Popcorn here. I think I'm taking Popcorn here. And I really like both the actions that I will distribute wood onto. So I think this pick is Popcorn. Because Popcorn is an okay way to feed. Oh, good cards. Holy crap. Hey, Rallocran, thank you. Hawaiian Dreaming could be amazing. The problem with Hawaiian Dreaming, I think, Montu, is that I'm just not likely to family growth until, like, my first family growth action will probably come quite late this game. Like, I don't actually expect it. I probably grow for the first time with Shelter in the Field, and that probably doesn't happen until like round 10 at the earliest. I'm guessing. Maybe round 9. We'll see. I guess stage 2 can be where I get my crops in the ground with popcorn. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, plow 2 fields, do a sow action with popcorn, get 2 grain fields down. Aquavit seems great here. Anything that helps me like get over my feeding hump until I actually start harvesting grain seems good. When you play this card, immediately carry out the field phase of a harvest. Afterwards, you get a major or minor improvement action. Oh, that seems great. This seems really good. Harvest 2 grain and then bake an oven. This seems incredible. Do I want Studio, though? Do I really want Studio given what I have here? Spending a clay seems expensive. So the question is, do I want to use Studio for stone? I think that's the more interesting question here. And I think the answer is probably no. I like Harvest Festival planning here. That seems pretty great. Uninvited guests. When you renovate a clay room, you receive guest tokens as the same amount as the empty rooms. Remove guest tokens at the end of the currency turn. This card needs some text changements. Okay, so the idea is you renovate. So the idea is, with uninvited guests, build a bunch of free rooms with animal tradesmen, reno with uninvited guests, and then you get a bunch of guest tokens equal to the number of empty rooms you have. That seems like it could be fun, except I have a pretty clear path with Shelter of the Field popcorn here already. So I think this is a pretty easy Harvest Festival planning. Farmland alteration. You have to be in a stone house. Immediately turn over 1 vegetable field. Turn it into a stone room. No. Yeah. Easy Harvest Festival planning, I think. Harvest my 2 grain fields and then make an oven? Yes, please. I'm back. Hello, T-Pembo. I am back. All right. Whenever another player bakes bread, don't care. Threshing machine plow. Yes, I could play threshing machine plow for sure. Yep, because take wood and I will want to take wood at some point. So this lets me start player in lieu of a plow action. Yep, and get 1 extra field out of it. At the end of each work phase, if the day labor space is not occupied, you get a food. No thanks. Keys, no. Ridge turret. Play this card if no other player has renovated. If you renovate after, you must remove it from the game. Seems good. Yeah. This seems like a card that I play and after I've renovated to clay, and then I just don't go to stone, and it gets me as many points with a lot cheaper, although I'd have to pay it earlier. Cypress Cottage. As long as your wood hut contains no more than 3 rooms, you get 2 bonus points for each wooden room at the end of the game. I think Threshing Machine Plow is the pick here. Yep. So I want something like round 1. Like, I almost want to play Wood Distributor round 1, but I don't really want to play any Ox without Fisherman's Apprentice, not knowing what I know about what other cards are in the game. Sundial seems good. Do I want Scorched Earth? I don't think so. This looks like Sundial to me. And now with Sundial, we're starting to look at a lot of miners before actually growing, which is kind of annoying, but... Ooh. Alright. So do I actually play Hawaiian Dreaming? So I was thinking about Wooden Palisades here, but I just picked up 3. I have 3 miners that all cost wood. So I don't think that's my play here. I think it's sort of a question of, do I want Wood-Fired Oven? I think it's Wood-Fired Oven or Hawaiian Dreaming here. I don't need Ground Pickaxe Plow with Threshing Machine Plow, and I don't think I have the wood for Wood Palisades. So I think the question is, do I want to try to pull off a Hawaiian Dreaming here? Hawaiian Dreaming seems like a win more card. Like, if the game is already going well, then it seems like it helps me to do even better. Like, I'm having a hard time imagining a situation where I want to play Hawaiian Dreaming and I'm not already winning the game. Right? If I have that many actions. I guess the possibility is like if I don't play, maybe like I get that many actions but don't get to stone and my crop score is not that impressive and my animals come late, then I don't score that much. I guess like I don't score that many points from improvements, but if I build both ovens, you know. The thing is, the bake from wood-fired oven could be quite good. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Yeah, so I want to stream. I said this earlier. I want to stream a bunch today, but I had a 23-hour travel day yesterday, so I am really tired. I am quite tired. And I didn't sleep as long as I would have liked to. Because of jet lag. Could stream this game, take a nap, then come back. I'm gonna try really hard not to take a nap today. Actually, I got caffeine just to try to deliberately not take a nap today. Because if I take a nap today, then I feel like that's just gonna really confuse my body. I'm gonna try to sleep at a... It'll be earlier than usual, but I'm gonna try to sleep at like a normal time North America today, which I hopefully will be able to do. It's gonna be the goal. So I need a ton of clay in this game. So yeah, a couple things to talk about. I need a ton of clay here. Right? Need a ton of clay. Fortunately, Bricklayer provides some clay. The issue is that I have to pay for kernel up front, right? So, like, paying for kernel is going to delay when I can actually get my rooms out. Ooh, Aquavit. Awesome. I can't believe Aquavit Wheel. This card's fantastic. Uninvited Guest seems fun, but, yeah. Also, family version is not embarrassing. Family version is not embarrassing. These cards seem reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, PM put in chat. He's like, these cards seem broken. It's like, what did you expect when joining a PT game? Also, apparently PT is streaming. Guys, can you guys link his stream for me? Can you guys link this stream so I can put it in? I need to add it to the auto host list. What do I even want round one here? I was thinking about wood distributor into threshing machine plow. Yeah, you know what? That's a pretty fantastic sequence with popcorn, I think. Like, there's a huge downside to playing wood distributor before Fisherman's Apprentice, but I'm just imagining how absurd. You know, maybe I do. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I just take the 3 wood here. Because what I want to do is start player threshing machine plow into 2 reed and hopefully get 4 wood second action in round 2. And then I can play Fisherman's Apprentice in round 3, and then if I distribute in 4, I'm like guaranteed to get a Fisherman's Apprentice proc, which will let me play Coal Investor. And then after Coal Investor, we're off to the races. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. I did that wrong. Sorry. I was saying I was going to play Fisherman's Apprentice, but then I talked as if I was going to play Wood Distributor. No, I'm going to play Fisherman's Apprentice and hopefully get the 4 food activation. Knowing that there's a player with the fishing gives an extra food and a stone or whatever it is in the game makes me like some percentage more optimistic. Ooh, Rancher. Rancher's going to be pretty unhappy with me. I'm pretty surprised that Keith... I wonder what Keith first picked with Rancher. Because, like, if you want to play Rancher, you can't really let Threshing Machine Plow go around. Like, that seems like a pretty big mistake to me. Also, there could be a lot of wood in this game. If I don't build a wood room and Keith gets a good Rancher, There's going to be a lot of wood in the game for PT and PM. We'll see. You think Coal Investor is an easy costume? Yeah, I could do a Coal Investor. Thing is, if I did Coal Investor, I wouldn't just, like, I would actually, I'd cut it, I'd make a dollar sign. Go suggest that, Rallocren. We have a command. Go suggest it. And then I'll take a couple of suggestions and we'll have a vote. So PM with School Lunch Lady. School Lunch Lady plus Trailblazer is pretty great. I wonder if PM picked that up. And play Start Player Rock Garden. Interesting. This could be like a pretty spicy game. This could be a quite spicy game. Also, there's a world where Keith first action plows here in like preempting my threshing machine plow. So I actually think there's like a chance I get the 4 clay back. Does the 4 clay get past PM? Probably not, but there's a chance. I'm saying there's a chance. I am saying there's a chance. Oh, I'm actually so tired. Oh, I want to do a bunch of games today. I'm really tired, and I've already had a bunch of caffeine. Yeah, I had a long day yesterday. A really long day. All right, wheeling 4 clay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Wait, no. Oh, maybe not. Tenderfoot for PT. I mean, with Hawaiian Dreaming, I can, like, if I only build the 2 ovens. The thing is, most of the time, Tenderfoot is won by someone with no or 1 major improvement. So as soon as I build that second major, I make things tough on myself. Do I play Fisherman's Apprentice here? I think so if I didn't have Aquavit... Oh, you guys can't see Aquavit, sorry. If I didn't have Aquavit, I think I would, but I think I'm going to first move... You know what? No, I'm going to first move Fisherman's Apprentice here. I think a Fisherman's Apprentice, because so long as I get like, I can play Aquavit, start player round 2, or round 4. I can do that. Yeah, I think it's unlikely that Trailblazer got back to PM, because that would have been like a 7th pick Trailblazer, I think. I think I opened it. Oh, wow, PT has Rent Keeper. I am happy that I played an Ock there. Yeah, Rent Keeper is pretty strong. And PT also got that... I gave him that guest token card where he gets guests for empty rooms, so... Not that Rent Keeper... like, it's probably only 1 guest, most likely, but... Could do some pretty silly things. Take Traveling Players here. I don't know if I needed the Traveling Players there, but Plow 3 can come whenever. I'm not too worried about getting the Plow 3 out. I wonder if Keith is doing that animal strat. I wonder if Keith is doing that 4 stables, 4 animals for points card. I wonder if he's doing that. Summon Maruska. Yeah, let's put out the Maruska bat signal. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, certainly there could be a ton of actions in the game. That's absolutely true. Fish, so I'll go ahead and play Coal Investor here. Uh, guess I'm supposed to take this one. That's what you heathens demand. 4 wood is good, but I'm pretty sure I'm just taking 4 clay here, right? 4 clay into plow or 4 clay into 4 clay. And yeah. It seems like if Keith is doing weird Keith stuff, it seems like there's a world where I wheel the two, like the 2 read might go to 3, and that would be a pretty great move to take next round. I don't think PT ever lets 2 read go by with a second move. Maybe not. Like PT might have an Awk that they want to play here. I kind of like taking Reedstone Food here. The reed is relevant for popcorn, and the stone is relevant for building a stone room. Also, having a food going into round 5 gives me, like, it lets me not be so worried about Fisherman's Apprentice. I think I let these actions accumulate and take Reedstone Food here. I prefer that to Aquavit. Because I might not need to play Aquavit, right? If I can get the oven out, right? Like if I can Harvest Festival plan in round 7, then I don't, then I might not even need to play Aquavit. At least not until Family Growth comes out. Keith has Clay Deposit. What does this one do? Immediately after each time you use a clay accumulation space, you can exchange 1 clay for 1 bonus point. Ooh. That seems pretty good, given that I'm planning to wood distribute. That's fun for Keith. So 5 clay seems nice. I think the 5 clay is not getting past PM though, right? Because PM also wants to build an oven. Oh. Okay, I'm kind of surprised by that. Do I have time for this 5 clay? So, okay, so I need to take plow. I need to plow. I need to play popcorn. I need to sow. Plow, popcorn, sow, Harvest Festival plan. Probably on Reno. Really want this 5 clay, but I think I don't have. I think I just don't have time for it. It would be nice to have Bricklayer out before I Reno, but Getting Colonel out, earlier seems important. Yeah, PT takes the 5 clay. Okay, at least it's not PM that has it. Although if PT gets the cooking hearth and Keith doesn't take animals after like Keith is definitely on that horseman or whatever it is card. Keith has stockbroker. Ooh, that could be really bad. If PT second act if PM doesn't build here and PT second action builds a cooking hearth, and then Keith does 2 sheep, 2 cattle, and then PT gets 3 sheep in round 7, that could be GG for PT. But at least PM builds here, which forces PT's hand a little bit. Forces PT to choose between at least PT doesn't get to also grow first for no effort. Um, do I want to nail PT and protect PM? No. I think I block major minor here. This is a case where if I took start player, I would take not start player and only take the minor. Instead, I think I'll let PT decide here. Yeah, maybe thinking about feeding. I don't know. PT could be thinking about feeding. Certainly seems like PM wants to plow, right? Because PM played Rock Garden in round 1, not on start player, which tells me PM wants to play Rock Garden. Wants to use Rock Garden, I should say. So I would guess that we see PM do something that lets him sow a grain, right? And if that's Trailblazer, it's Trailblazer. PT has Riverstone. Hmm. Hmm. Renault flips. Do I fish here? I think I don't fish. Or I think I don't knock. Because if I play an Ock here, I have to steal. If I play an Ock here, I have to take another food action before I can play Harvest Festival Planning. And I think I just really want to play Harvest Festival Planning next round. Or this. I can play it this round. No, Keith. Broker has to give the same animals, right? Of a different type. Yeah, you leave 2 sheep and you have to get 2 cattle or 2 boar. Oh, I'm trying to sow. That's not how that works. Yeah, no, I'm not going to Auk here. I want to keep this food for Harvest Festival planning. And I'm banking on um, Wood Distributor plus Riverstone, meaning that I won't get punished too badly for passing here. Plus, I don't want to play Animal Trademan. I don't really need to play Animal Trademan. Animal Farm. Okay. So late family growth makes this game a lot more interesting, right? Late family growth makes this game a lot more interesting. And PM plays Trailblazer, so I'm going to Reno here. And when I Reno, I play Sundial, right? I'm gonna play Harvest Festival Planning and play a major. That's what I'm doing. Whoops, ignore me. All right, so let's go to Clay. Pay for that. Announce that. And then I'm gonna build the clay oven. And doing all this without bricklayer out hurts, but so I harvest and then bake. And I'm in clay now. And now I play Kernel next round manually. And I grow effectively in round 7. One food short of having Kernel online right now. Yep. Yep. That's okay. Do you take 6 wood here as PT? I think you can take 6 wood here. I think you can look at PM and say PM cannot afford to first action grow. So I think as PT, if you take 6 wood here and PM has Aquavit, right? Because you know Aquavit's in the draft. So if you're PT, you can take 6 wood, and if PM has Aquavit, he grows and plays Aquavit. You activate your Renkeeper an additional time and grow in 8. But then I think a lot of the time PM can't afford to grow with that move. So then PM would be forced to... So then you would actually get 6 wood and family growth as PT. So I think that was maybe a missed opportunity for PT there. Instead, it looks like it's build family growth into build a room, which is also solid. PM has animal pen. Okay. Is an Auk gonna come out here? Like PT's probably gonna... Is PT gonna build? Keith is gonna fence, right? Keith is gonna fence and maybe take the sheep and make them. Oh, Keith needs to take food. Thing is, PM needs to take food as well. Yes, I'm pretty sure Auk is coming back here, so I can take the 3 reed or the 4 wood, or the 3 stone, I guess, if I want to build the stone oven. But I don't think. I think I take the 3 reed. If I want to play Shelter in the Field and I want to play build rooms, I think I have to take 3 reed when given the chance to. And maybe stone will be easy to get because of Tenderfoot being in the game. Maybe? I don't know. Keith builds a hearth. So Keith is, yeah, going to take the sheep. Last move, you can take... Well, you can't breed the sheep, I guess. But you can take a sheep and 2 cattle. And then that's 8 food and a sheep, which you're probably happy with, given Animal Farm. Oh, PM plays Spring Worker. Oh, I'm dumb. I just cost myself an extra grain. Yeah. Wait. Isn't PM totally starving here? What am I missing? Is PM not totally starving here? Yeah, PM's gonna eat 4 grain? Because you don't get Hewer. He doesn't get Hewer. PM says, oh, correct. Yeah. Yeah, do you want to change? I'll give PM the chance to change. Because he's going to eat all of his grain here, and playing Spring Worker and then eating all of your grain seems bad. Yes, he's going to change. All right. Yeah, I know he can't eat feed with Hewer. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you're responding to Montu. Yeah. Yeah, playing Spring Worker to then eat all of your crops. Seems wrong. Am I getting 4 stone next round? 4 stone would be... Getting 4 stone would be pretty cool. If I don't get 4 stone, I guess I get 5 wood. And either seems fine. Like, paying wood for shelter in the field seems acceptable. I was hoping to pay clay and save a clay with bricklayer, but paying 4 stone or paying wood if I get a 5 wood action seems okay. So I sow with sundial, I feed 4, and then I'm gonna eat a raw grain and a clay to grow to grow this round. Grow. So who should my guest token be? It's got to be a clay guy, right? Clay worker. Yeah, someone who cares about clay. Yeah, we'll be clay worker, sure. So yeah, just a totally normal game where it's round 7 family growth and still 3 people have grown. I could do lover. Yeah, that's an option. That is an option. You have to suggest it, though. If you don't write it in the thread, then I'm not going to acknowledge it as a suggestion. Yeah, I'm playing Tea House, so I actually get the stone and the wood as an option. Seems like the stone is really good for feeding in the next harvest, right? With building the clay oven. Also, the well is still available, so yeah. Like, I will happily give up the Tenderfoot points and build 4 major improvements, each of which are worth at least 2 points. So, yeah, if that's the trade that these guys want to make, then I'm happy to do that. So yeah, getting 4 wood back here would be pretty sweet. So then I could do 4 wood into start player, 4 wood into start player shelter in the field. And then I'd grow in 9. And my shelter in the field is like not a great family growth at this point. Well, it's fine. It can take vegetable plow and sow bake, which is fine. But just that it's not as good when I've gotten 3 fields and down and a couple grain already. It's not like the greatest family member, but good enough. Oh, I thought I had played Sundial. Whoops. Wait, if I sorry. My G isn't right. I should have 2 grain here. I removed 3, but I should have only removed 2. Because I still have the grain I didn't sow. Yeah. Alright, PM builds the well. Wells in chat. Gonna go ahead and pay wood here. So my next goal is to grow family growth with room in round 11 to play Hawaiian Dreaming. That's my next sort of mini goal. I guess I could play it. I could play it here. The thing is, I probably am fine playing Aquavit. Keith plays Buffalo Herd is the one that gives him a cattle, right? Yeah. So I wonder, does Keith have Pasture Lover? Did Pasture Lover get that far? That'd be pretty surprising if it did. Do I build the stone oven here, or do I take 6 wood? No, I have the family growth. Yes. Pay a clay and a G for a guest. Yeah, I'll just do this here. That's fine. Yeah, passing 6 wood to PT seems not so good, but at least PT didn't get to grow to a 4th family member here. Has to wait until stage 4. So that's good. That slows PT down a decent amount. I can pitch the shelter family member who won't be doing much in 13-14. Yeah, I agree. No, I think Hawaiian Dreaming is solid here. It's just that it does feel a little bit like, especially now with with Tenderfoot in the game, now that I will actively be passing on like decent point actions. Now I might still be point neutral with it, but like the fact that they're going to be just looking at the Tenderfoot and looking at late family growth, it seems like there'll be major improvements available to me. So I don't know, feels like I'm giving up a little bit to do that. That's all right. So as Keith here, I'm pretty sure you're actually supposed to pitch a cattle for Animal Farm, right? Because what you want to do here is I think you want to take 3 sheep and get 2 boar and a sheep and then breed all 3. I think that's what you're supposed to do as Keith here. But it's not like the sheep action is forced. Nobody else is taking it, so. He's paying a sheep for a guest. Yeah, I actually think that's a mistake. I think you're not supposed to pay a sheep for a guest here as Keith. All right, so do I want to build the stone oven? And if I want to build it, I should build it now. Or do I want to sow bake? Those are kind of my 2 options here. Build the stone oven or sow bake. I think I'm just going to build the stone oven. And bake one. It's another card that doesn't get use Bricklayer. That's okay. That's okay. Next time, whenever you convert one cattle into food, receive an additional 2 food and 1 reed. Wait, why does he get 2 reed? Sorry, why? Ooh, and he's got Peddler too. Seems pretty good. I thought only 1. Yeah, I was right. What am I doing here? Fencing? The clay's gone. I was hoping to take the clay. I guess I just take Reedstone Food. I think I take Reedstone Food over 2 Reed here. Reedstone Food, feed 5. And then clay food for guest round 9. Or round 10. Keith can day labor, room, family growth all at once. Does take a beggar to do it, but yeah, growing this round seems good. Yep. Yep, you're right, Montu. Cool. Yeah, fun stuff for Keith. And he's got the 4 stables. He's got a decent start on his fields. Give PT a food here to play wood distributor, I think. Do I? When am I growing? I think yeah, I think wood distributor. Distribute wood and 3 reed next round seems pretty fantastic. How many points is PT getting out of Chief here? Should be a lot, right? Also, that bulldozer card would have been playable here. Also, I could have played that for sure. PT playing business tutor. Still needs to take read. Getting the 4 wood back would be fantastic. I don't think I'm getting the 4 wood back. Did PM put his tea house stuff on the board? I'm missing why PM has a third food on the board. Oh, he built the well. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. So the wood got taken. Do I want to just fence here? Yeah, fence seems fine. So I'm fencing 9. Like so. And then use the shelter in the field person to do a sow bake action so I don't have to worry about it next round. It would be better to take vegetable and then sow bake next round, but I don't want to have to worry about fighting with PM for it, and I do need that bake action. Well, I guess I don't need it. I'm only 2 food off. Okay, yeah, I guess I should go for the higher point swing. So take a vegetable, maybe take 2 boar and then take a vegetable with my shelter person. Keith takes the 2 boar. Okay, well, 2 cattle or 3 sheep next round. Both solid options. Put a marker on there. Oh, marker will stay there, which is annoying. I should have a different kind of marker for the shelter in the field person. Yeah, because that marker is going to sit there. Which is annoying. Last action plow is fine. Yeah. Keith has 6 cattle, which is pretty absurd. Keith has 6 cattle, which is pretty absurd. Place a guest and move the person to the right. Yeah, I could do that, just to make it obvious. I mean, I think everyone in the game is experienced enough that I'm okay with. I probably don't have to mark it. I can probably get by without doing that. I could use a different guest for that peep. Yeah, I could. Yeah, nice Ox team here. Yeah. Yeah, Keith's got good stuff going on. There were a lot of cards in this draft. There were a lot of cards, to put it mildly. Okay, plow here. And do I want to distribute here? Um, Two players need to take wood still. So no, I think no distribute. Yeah, I think no distribute. Although 2 clay, 2 wood is a better move for me, but I want to take a pair of animals with my first move. I want to take the sheep or the cattle, whichever is there. Cool lunch lady. That could be fun. Yeah. So is Keith gonna pedal one more time, or is that it for his pedaling? He certainly is scoring a lot of points from his animal. Like his farm is gonna score a ton of points. What's lacking is house points. He's quite lacking in house points. Also, if I want to play Hawaiian Dreaming, I need to play it soon. And yeah, I think I probably want to play it, most likely. What do they call it? Ovaltine. It should be called Roundtine. Is a salad a meal? Good show. Ooh, is PM gonna sew here? Ooh, if PM sews here, it kind of sucks. But he doesn't need to, right? Because like he can activate Spring Worker before Trailblazer, right? Hopefully. So let's turn a couple reed into a couple grain. So. Do I want to turn one more reed over? I think no. Because it might looks like the way the clay is going to work, I'm only going to build 2 more rooms. That seems to be likely. So then not having to take reed again would be helpful. My shelter. It's not that hard for me to get reed though. Yeah, so I think I just bake another. Because this way I probably don't need to bake again until 14. Right? That's my thinking. Yeah, I think that's okay. You know what? Bake 4, actually. Or bake 3. I have to pay off Aquavit as well. And presumably pay for one more thing. Stump, jump, plow. Yep. Holy plows. There are a lot of plows in this draft. A lot of plows in this draft. There are a lot of plows in this draft. Oh no! Keith took the 2 clay, 1 wood. Oh, darn. That's too bad. So then I'm taking Reedstone food, I guess. Yeah, because now I need to take 4 clay. So if I take 4 clay, right, in round 12, I need to spend another 2 clay for guests. So that would mean I'd have to take another 2 clay in 13 to be able to double build in 13. So my round 13 would be like 2 clay, double build, grow, which is not ideal. So I think I don't play Hawaiian Dreaming. Because, yeah, I did not grow. The fact that I've not grown again, I think I'm not playing Hawaiian Dreaming. And like plow and sow bake are perfectly reasonable actions for me with the shelter person. And I think if I don't play Hawaiian Dreaming, then I get to a stone house. And it makes Head of the Revolution potentially viable as well. Take 2 wood. I think. Yeah, I don't think I care about making another guild. I don't think I'm worried about making another guild. Because if I don't make another guild, there's a chance they give me the Tenderfoot points. Although maybe PM has enough left to do that he doesn't care about that. Feed 6. I assume this doesn't change PM's moves. Whoops. Why am I doing it this way? This is a bad way to do it. F and a clay for a guest. Grab the boar here. Ahead of start player nothing. Two read, one clay taken. Two read, one wood taken. I guess that action's like not the most important for me because I can take Reedstone food twice. Yeah. But yeah, I need the 4 clay. I need to take 4 clay here and then also 2 clay next round. But I mean, theoretically, these guys shouldn't need much more clay. Because PM is not renovating, right? Because PM's going to play that bonus. PM might have that miner that gives bonus points for wood rooms. And a start player. Okay, I mean, family growth without room next round is fine. It's not exciting, but... Yeah, I could really use an extra 3 clay, which I could have gotten if Bricklayer had come out a bit earlier. I almost wonder if I'm at the point where 1 clay, 1 wood is a fine move. Because I can't build grow here because one of my peeps is obligated to go on plow. I can only play head of the I can't really play head of the revolution because PM fills in 1 and Keith fills in 1. That's not really an option. Um, yeah, no, I don't play Head of the Revolution. It's just giving away the points. Yeah, Having dead cards here when I can play them for only one food with Fisherman's Apprentice is pretty terrible. So that's definitely a mistake on my part. That I'm in this situation where those cards are not good for me. I mean, I suspected that Animal Tradesman was going to take quite a bit of work, but the upside of I don't know. I felt like passing it was just going to be losing, right? Especially if PT then let it go to Keith, right? If PT had let it gone to Keith, have gone to Keith, like that would have been like that. That Keith just wins, right? I don't think anyone's touching Keith when he gets, you know, 2 free wood rooms and a clay room for a sheep or something, or a stone room for 2 sheep. So next round, my shelter in the field person, I think, takes plow again because I really just want to get plows. I really don't want to sow bacon till 14, right? Because that gets me an extra point out of my vegetable if I can hold my sow bacon till then. Oh, PM played Cottonfield on Reno. That's illegal, isn't it? Oh, this is Splendor's card. This is not the card I thought it was. I thought this was the one where you can't Reno after it. Okay. I thought PM had played a different card. I thought he played the one where you can't Reno after you play it, and it's a bunch of points. Also, my animals are not timing, not well timed, because I'm gonna have 1 extra cattle and 1 extra boar if I have room to breed both of them, which is not guaranteed. Let's pay a food and a clay to grow again, or to get another guest. Keith's building the pottery. So he's renovating here with his day labor card. Okay, so that means that so long as someone renos next round, we're good. Just need someone to reno next round. Yeah, feeling like this was kind of a sloppy game by me. Feels warm in here. Oh. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know, maybe Colonel could have come out earlier. Or the fact that I played Fisherman's Apprentice and then had to play Colonel manually. Like, Fisherman's Apprentice only played Coal Investor, Distributor, Bricklayer, which is not ideal. Look at Keith's score with the beggar. Yeah, like he's scoring 33 right now, which is better than me. But I mean, I haven't run out of stone yet. I guess the question is maybe how many like crop points can Keith get? Is the question. Well, PM getting growth again is nice for PM. Oh, he's letting me get growth here. Thing is, I don't really want family growth that badly because of family growth with room. Thing is, I know PT is going to want family growth with room, so I'll just family growth without room here. Yeah, because this also means that there's not that much value in getting the fourth room, because the fourth room requires another reed and reedstone. It requires a reedstone food grab. It requires another clay grab. It kind of asks a lot of my game. It asks me to do a lot of moves which I don't have. Although the other question is, what else am I doing? If I'm not doing that, what am I doing? That is a question. Wait, why is he getting VG? What am I missing here? Oh, food delivery men. Okay. I think I take my so bake action here. I know that no, I really want it next round. Maybe I just plow again. Yeah. Yeah, just plow again, I think. Plow, build, Reno. Because I do have to Reno this round. And if I'm gonna Reno this round, or sorry, if I'm gonna Reno this round, then I should also build a stable when I grow. Because I won't get Reno fence. And Keith, PM and PT both need to fence. Because Keith has been hogging the fence space. Yeah, so ending this game on a three room stone house seems bad. As good as I'm scoring in a bunch of other ways. I think this is the big problem is, yeah, I do have a pretty severe lack of actions here. I could make the room external, or the stable external, I suppose, but I don't think it will. Yeah, so I think I would distribute it and then didn't take two reed and a wood highly enough. Yeah, because that was just always a great action for PT, the wood and the reed. So I think that was a mistake by me. I'm going to stone here. I could build a fireplace. Like, but there's no way there's no way these two are making majors, right? And I think getting the guest token next round is not that good. So I think I just go for the fireplace here, save a clay on it. Yeah. I think the guest doesn't actually do that much for me next round. Feed 7. Because I after taking sheep, I really run out. Cheap and so bake. I really run out of stuff to do. One of them definitely has to first move fence. Because if they don't, they risk me just fencing one. Although maybe I have to take so bake first move. Yeah, Spring Worker doesn't activate next round. I mean, PT doesn't care about sow. Keith doesn't need to sow. It's just PM. So yeah, Keith managed to get there on crops. So getting there on crops, animals, and stables, like that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points on his farm. He does have two beggars though. Like the beggar is just wiping out two of those categories, taking them from 4 to 1. Unfortunate. But I mean, he's got 5 family members. Reno fence for PT. Okay. Yeah, late stone curator for sure. And relatively late chief also. Yeah. So PM has to worry about me taking fence. 2 beggars is a hurdle. It is a hurdle. But I mean, he's gonna have a. I guess his BMW isn't maxed. Yeah, his BMW is not maxed. Yeah, I don't know if he's gotten there or not. Like, the only one clay deposit point seems like an issue. But then again, who else is doing that well? Like, I'm not doing that well, right? So, like, he's doing well enough to beat me, absolutely. Yeah. Like, maybe no one else gets mid-50s. Yeah. Yeah. Like, PT only being at 29 after his Stone Reno here is pretty disastrous. So, like, 35 with Chief, Stone Curator, 37. Yeah, nice game. Yeah, it looks like Keith just has it. Most likely, yeah. Looks like that's the case. Let's pay off Aquavit. Farmland alteration. What does this one do? Oh, it makes a vegetable field into a stone house. Then farm? Did I do anything? I don't think I did anything. The last 2 moves, 3 wood stables. 1 cattle is 1 point. But then it leaves me with no points out of my final move. Yeah, PT certainly has some bonus points. I don't think they get him ahead of Keith though. Because he's plus 18-ish. And Keith is going to be high 50s. Yeah. So, So yeah, the fact that Animal Trademan and Head of the Revolution makes my second pick, Fisherman's Apprentice, pretty terrible. And I think I probably misplayed with Wood Distributor fairly badly. So I think that was an issue for me. Um, is there a way to have Sundial be good here? The problem with Sundial is not sowing until round 7 meant that like the harvest it ended up being kind of bad actually with Harvest Festival Plan because Harvest Festival planning really wants me to sow and then play it afterwards in stage 2. If especially if I don't have another way to feed. Now maybe what I was supposed to do instead was play Aquavit and then I could have grown with Harvest Festival planning, but I thought I was competing with PM for ovens, which PM never ends up making. So I'm missing a sheep, which is pretty bad. But yeah, this is my final farm, so it's 46, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering, am I unlucky that like PM first picked School Lunch Lady and picked up those cards in front of me? I don't really think so. Like PM doesn't really have anything that I really badly want. Like maybe like a 6th or 7th pick Spring Worker would have been like a 7th pick Spring Worker would have been cool, but I don't know if that was even possible. I don't remember what action it was in. And like I guess something like Cottonfield would have been good. Like Cottonfield went pretty late, but I mean PM's got some good cards here, but like the game was just like not good enough for to be the game was just like not good enough to be competitive with Keith. Yeah. Yeah, grow. So I guess Keith. When did Keith play Animal Farm? Was it round 6? Oh, I can't search by that. I have to look at Keith's stage 2 actions. When did Keith play Animal Farm? Was it round 7 that he played Animal Farm? No, he played. When did Keith play Grow with Animal Farm? Why is it not showing up on here? It's weird that it's not showing up on here. So he grew with Animal Farm at the latest in 7. Cooking hearth. Took wood. Yeah, no, he grew with Animal Farm in 6. So effectively, Keith grows in round 5 in a round 7 growth game. So then PT grows in round 7, and I grow in round 7 as well. So Keith grew 2 rounds earlier than the rest of us in a late family growth game and managed to score. Like his farm is absurd. He actually has 4. How many scoring categories did he max? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 4 stables. Yeah. He maxed 6 scoring categories in addition to having 6 points from major improvements. Yeah. Yeah, well done by Keith. So I wonder, like, can I mess with his rancher a bit more? Is that something that I should do? Try to get my because I did round 1 threshing machine plow. So do I need to like mess with his rancher a bit more? Maybe. Hmm. Yeah, Harvest Festival planning seemed really good. Hmm. Yeah. So then, like, I guess I could have been that if Montu pointed out that if I had one extra food, I could have afforded to have played Harvest Festival planning and have played Kernel. Um, and then I could have grown in six, and I'd have an extra action that way. But like one extra action does not save my game here. Yeah, I think Wood Distributor ended up being a mistake. I was thinking that I'd use it to feed my Fisherman's Apprentice. I was thinking I would use it to feed my Fisherman's Apprentice, but that didn't end up working well at all. 372027. I wonder if it was just like too small ball. Like it was just too if I was like not ambitious enough given the context of the draft. I mean, Fisherman's Apprentice, second best card by power in that pack. ADP -1 of late for Lazy Farmer. What? How do we have an ADP of -1? Had it never been drafted before? Is there like some issue with the math? Or like when it gets dealt, it's considered not drafted or something? Yeah, Animal Trademan just seems absurd. Like it feels like a card that you just can't. I don't know. It feels like a card that you can't pass, right? Just feels like a card that you can't pass because if you pass it to the wrong player, it is absurd. Yeah, like Singer would have been okay. Well, Crafter would have been okay. And if I play, what could I have taken here? I could have taken Chief, and that would have been an extra couple points, right? Chief would have been an extra couple points. Oh well. I mean, yeah. Um, Animal Farm is really good. Animal Farm, like Keith drafted a really good hand for it, so you know he did well. And yeah, and I mean, if Fairly Growth flips any earlier, like it's not like that's good for me, right? Because I don't really grow that much earlier with Shelter in the Field, unless I got Shelter in the Field into growth in round 8, maybe. But like, I guess maybe I could have gotten Kernel out a bit earlier. That would have been nice, but yeah, I don't see a good path there. I think not getting Bricklayer out earlier was a problem. Yeah, not having Bricklayer out for to save on both ovens. Yeah. And I didn't end up having all that much wood. So I didn't end up having all that much wood. So then maybe and like the whole point of Wood Distributor was to play more Ox for free with Fisherman's Apprentice, which I didn't do because my Ox were not really playable. I didn't want to play them at that point. So yeah. Oh well. Kind of an interesting game. Um yeah, looks like Wallfly is hosting another game, so probably go join Wallfly. So we'll take a short break and be back in a bit.